How is it going, everybody? You're watching Then About Tech, and today we're going to talk about a minor software update that Apple has just released, which is iOS 15.6.1, which, as you can see, I'm already running right here on my iPhone. And I want to make something very, very clear right at the beginning of this video, which is you must update right now your iPhone to iOS 15.6.1 immediately. Even though, as I said, this is a minor software update, is an extremely important one that you don't want to miss, all right? So let me explain why. Let me talk about what is iOS 15.6.1, and of course, you'll understand the whole thing. So first things first, you may be wondering why I'm using my iPhone 8 instead of my iPhone 13 Pro Max as the model of this video. And there are actually two reasons why I'm doing this. And number one, that's because my 13 Pro Max is on iOS 16 beta right now. So then I didn't want to downgrade it just for this video. And speaking about downgrading, I don't know if you've seen it, but I have a downgrade video right here on the channel. If you're running iOS 16 beta and you want to downgrade to iOS 15, I'll leave the video right here on this card and right down below in the description how to downgrade to iOS 16 beta to iOS 15. Super easy to follow, step by step, and it just takes a few minutes, okay? So let's move on for reason number two, and that's because there are actually no new features in iOS 15.6.1 for me to show you. So it makes absolutely no difference if I'm using an iPhone 8 or an iPhone 13 Pro Max to present this software update to you, because there are absolutely no new features. There's nothing new that we can see in iOS 15.6.1. And then you may be wondering, so how is it so important to update to iOS 15.6.1 if there's nothing new? And that's why it's so important. If we go back to settings, and then you see right here that this is a 0.1 software update. This is not 15.7, this is 15.6.1, meaning that this is not a new feature update. This is a security and bug fixes update. And just because it's a security and bug fixes update, and just because it doesn't have any new features, it doesn't mean it's not important. Actually, it's super, super important, because Apple, they actually created this new version for pretty much two main reasons that are super, super important related to your security, your privacy, and the vulnerability of your iPhone. If we go to this website right here, let it load, as you can see, about the security content of iOS 15.6.1. I'll leave this link in the description down below if you want to go ahead and check it out. And if we scroll down, we can see there are two main things related to security and vulnerabilities regarding iOS 15.6 that Apple fixed in 15.6.1. And they have to do with kernel, which I don't know if you know what kernel is, but it's pretty much the core of a software, the core of your operating system. So a vulnerability here on your kernel, which is pretty much the connection between your hardware and software, and has control over everything related to your iPhone, since it's the core of the operating system, is extremely dangerous. And that's exactly what they found, a vulnerability right here in iOS 15 that needed this version to correct it. And same thing here, if we scroll down to your WebKit, which is pretty much your connection to the internet part of iOS, let's say, it also has a vulnerability. So this is extremely, extremely dangerous. So that's why I said it's extremely important and mandatory, pretty much, if you have an iPhone and if you're on iOS 15, to update to iOS 15.6.1 right now to make sure you're safe and to make sure those security breaches are actually corrected and those vulnerabilities are patched. So just update and you'll be safe. And on top of that, of course, iOS 15.6.1 also has bug fixes as a whole that we can't really see, but they're happening in the background behind the curtains, so then they'll make the iPhone more stable and of course work and function better. So it's a no-brainer. Update right now to iOS 15.6.1 and you'll be fine. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.